industry is buzzing about the new Peak Advisor Alliance. In the following interview with Financial Planning Magazine, Carson and Steve Sanduski discuss what Peak Advisor Alliance is and how it's been helping advisors throughout the country build more profitable businesses, provide better client service, and live an authentic, quality life.
Peak was started in 1993, and it was really an outgrowth of the success that Ron Carson had in building his wealth management practice. As he became the #1 producer at his broker-dealer, advisors would come up to him and say, "Hey Ron, can I spend some time with you and be a fly on the wall and just learn a little bit about what it is that you do that makes you successful?" So from 1993 to 2001, he had this separate company and he would do some training workshops. But then in 2001, he and I decided to partner with the idea that in addition to doing these speaking engagements and these weekend training programs, we would really formalize it and develop a full-blown formalized coaching program with specific tools and ongoing support and guidance. So from 2001 to where we are today, we've gone from the speaking business to a full-blown coaching with more than 800 clients. We have two main platforms that we offer today, two main programs. The first one is what we call the Resource Center, and this is a web-based multimedia program where we offer all of the tools and resources and presentations that advisors need to help build a successful practice. It's more of what I would call a self-directed program. So we give you the instructions, we give you all the ingredients, and we give you all the tools that you need in order to be successful. Now, the second program is our coaching program. You have everything that you have in the Resource Center, but then we layer on top of that actual one-on-one conversations with one of our business coaches. So depending on what the advisor is looking for, if they're looking for an instruction manual, they're self-directed, they want all the tools, the resources, they want the content, they want the community, they've got that in the Resource Center. If they want that, plus they want to have access to a coach that they can work with and bounce ideas off of, we've got that in the coaching program.
The simple reason why more than 20% of the top 100 independent financial advisors in the country trace their roots to Peak Advisor Alliance. It works. For nearly 20 years, we've helped great advisors become extraordinary advisors. You really have to join the community to feel what it's like to be a part of something special, something that you'll consider your third place, right behind your home and your office, and before your local Starbucks.
Independent advisors often come to Peak, our coaching program, looking for a silver bullet. And what we love to tell them is the silver bullet is there is no silver bullet. It's the little things done exactly right that will have an astonishing impact both on their practice, their value proposition, and their personal lives. And if they will execute the little things, they will have an incredible success. Because I'm often amazed at how many advisors have been in the business 10 or 15 years, and they've spent their entire life looking for this rainbow, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that simply doesn't exist. Yet if they would systematically start with blueprinting, have a strong why they're on this earth and why they want to have a successful business, the how will start to show up. Every day we walk over more opportunities simply because we're not prepared to see them because we don't understand where it is we want to go. Once they have a strong why, our subconscious mind starts to present answers. Matter of fact, mind experts say for every bit of information we have in our conscious mind, we hold 15 billion bits in our subconscious mind. If you look at some of the greatest leaders of the past, they've been able to connect the conscious and the subconscious. That's why having goals is important, but more importantly, having a well-articulated mission statement. Then we walk them through 9 TNT steps ranging from blueprinting, staffing, systemization, and then we get to some of the fun stuff. But first, we have to build the infrastructure and the foundation so they can have a business, not just a high-paying job.
Peak Advisor Alliance offers you the best of both worlds real time. In the trenches advice from Ron Carson, one of the country's top producers, plus the accumulated wisdom of thousands of successful advisors. No other firm can offer that powerful combination.
We believe you should do business with people you sincerely have a connection, a deeper connection with, and you'll Quit working. You'll live the Richard Branson life. He says, I don't think as work and play is play, but all of it is living. You get to choose your time doing the things you love doing versus the things that you have to do once you take the step in Passion Prospect.
Given our unique position in the industry, we have our ear to the ground and are able to see trends as they develop and create tools, strategies, and resources that enable you to stay ahead of the curve. Remember, a bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn.
I grew up in Nebraska, and I'm a big Nebraska football fan. Now, one of the interesting things about the Cornhuskers is that every year they didn't necessarily get the best recruits, but year in, year out, under Bob Devaney and then perfected under Tom Osborne, they would end up in the top 10 or top 20 at the end of the season. And the way that they did that was they focused on the fundamentals. It was about blocking, it was about tackling. So they put the systems in place, the processes in place, the training in place, they had people in the weight room, and they knew exactly what these football players needed to do to be successful on the field. That's what we do with our different coaching services in our resource center, is we think that we have perfected the tools, the system, the process that you need to be successful. And as much as we'd like to say, hey, there's one thing that you need to do, and if you do that, everything's going to be successful, there's 100 things, or there's 200 things. So I like to look at it as a puzzle. If you have a puzzle with 200 pieces, and you look at one individual piece, you're not going to get a real clear picture of where this puzzle is going to go. It's not until you get maybe 100 of those pieces or 150 of those pieces in place where you can see that picture starting to develop. So just like our program, all the different things that we teach, the tools, the strategies, they all come together, and when you do those on a consistent basis over a period of time, that's when the magic starts to happen. And ultimately, so often we have an advisor come back to us and say a year, 2 years, 3 years in the program, they've had great success, and we'll say, hey, what do you attribute that to? They can't point to one single thing. They'll say it's all these things have come together, now business is just coming in, it's like clockwork, and it's just almost magical how it happens, but it's because they did the blocking, the tackling, they put all the pieces together over a period of time.
We hope you've enjoyed this Wealth Management Minute with Ron Carson and Steve Sanduski. If you would like more information, call us at 1-800-514-9116 or log on to peakadvisoralliance.com.